Hey folks, how we doing? Welcome back to the channel. My name is Dave Wildheart and welcome to another live music performance analysis type reaction video. Yeah, that was a bit of a mouthful. Before we go any further, I do apologize if you hear a dog whining and crying in the background. We are potentially adopting a dog and it is sat behind me on the bed and it doesn't really know what I'm doing, why I'm talking to nobody. He thinks maybe I'm talking to him, but I'm not. It's a little bit confusing for him and he's squeaking and crying and making all these wonderful noises. So hopefully he will not do that for the whole video. This is a Patreon sponsored video, so big thanks to my Patreons, and it's a slow build over there. We're slowly getting a few people involved, and I want to say thank you so much to anyone who does join the Patreon because it helps support me financially, helps me find a reason to do this other than pure enjoyment. It means that I can actually put away some time for this and use it to make money because, well, you know, I can give it time where I should be doing other things maybe, because it's going to earn me some money. Anyway, you know how it goes. So really big thanks, and especially to Rob Matlock. So Rob, I think he must, well, he was watching me on my live streams, and then he suddenly joined the Patreon. And of course, when you join the Patreon, you get to request a video for me to check out. And he has requested Mandolin Wind by Rod Stewart. He says, blah, 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 blah. One of my favorite songs to play is Mandolin Wind. So obviously, Rob is a player. Could you please do a reaction video on that song? And he sent me through the link to the MTV Unplugged version. I love the album. Every picture tells a story so much. I learned to play this very song. Oh no, I learned to play every song. It's definitely one of my Desert Island picks. And this live version is obviously MTV Unplugged. It's got Ron Wood is also there. Ronnie Wood of Rolling Stones fame. Now, my experience with Rod Stewart is pretty, well, I know Do You Think I'm Sexy? I know Maggie May. Aside from that, I've probably heard a couple of the songs, but I really don't think I've heard this one. But I'm imagining this is one of the more beautiful ones. Sir Roderick David Stewart, hold on. Okay, the dog is just scratching. I think the dog is getting used to it. So Roderick David Stewart was born 10th of January 1945. Okay. The dog has stood up. So he will be turning 80. You're going to have to go outside. I might have to put this dog in another room. Bear with. Come on, out. Go, come on. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. Okay. The dog has been removed to another room, which may or may not make things better. We will proceed as if nothing has happened. Rod Stewart will be turning 80 when this video is getting released, and that is a mighty fine age. This song, Mandolin Wind, it seems to be, and if you look down here on this video, it's from this guy in the music of Dave Carroll. I have no idea who that is. You can go check out this video on his channel and give him the view count or whatever. Rod Stewart composed this ballad, I don't know where he got this information, from the point of view of an aging farmer who has survived the worst winter in 14 years. The farmer pays tribute to his loyal wife who stayed by his side throughout that winter and all the others. The subject matter is obviously rather distant from Stewart's real life, but a song still holds a place in his heart. So it's one of his favourite songs. I love this song to death. I believe it to be one of my finest efforts, written in Muswell Hill, North London in 1969, a long, long way away from the buffalo and Great Plains of America that the song depicts. Just shows you what a little imagination can do when writing a song. So this is something that he's just made up. He's just thought of a topic, thought of an idea, and written a song about it. So I'm very excited to hear it. I have checked out the lyrics beforehand, because that's how we kind of do it on this channel. And it is definitely, yeah, it's a song. It seems like a sad song, and even the name Mandolin Wind, which I don't know exactly what that means. It's all a bit symbolic, the Mandolin Wind, but it sounds it's got this, again, a longing, a solitudous, I don't know, longing, solitude, sadness. It's all there. So I'll stop talking now because I've probably rambled too long. There is also a little bit preamble here, which we'll listen into because it's always nice to hear musicians talking on stage. I mean, I think. I do apologize as well for the video quality. We are in 240p, which is pretty shocking, but there's nothing I can do about that. Hopefully the audio is okay. Let's go. We will stop it a couple of times to talk about the lyrics.
So this is
Okay.
off of every...
I heard a bang. Okay, so the dog is back in the room. The dog just tried to jump up onto the bed and failed. Yeah, there was a big bang in the kitchen and the bin is everywhere. Really, it is a lovely dog. He really is. Let's go.
Every picture tells a story.
And my favourite moment in the show, when Rod has to play something.
That is a lovely, strong accent, huh?
Now, drop me pick.
Don't worry about it, Rod.
A couple of London boys. Are they London? Essex?
Is that correct, Ron?
So Rod's playing a banjo?
Starts on this one.
Ron's on the acoustic guitar. I've never actually seen Rod play a musical instrument.
When the rain came, I thought you'd leave. 'Cause I knew how much you love the sun. But you chose to stay and keep me warm. Through the coldest winter I've ever known. If the mandolin wind couldn't change a thing, then I know I love you.
Oh, unexpected.
Oh, the snow fell without a break.
Oh, there's your mandolin, right?
In the frozen fields, you know. Through the coldest winter in almost 14 years. I couldn't believe you kept a smile. Now I can rest assured, knowing that you've seen the worst, and I know I love you.
Just gonna stop it there. Dog is still here. At the beginning, Ron Wood, I keep saying Ron, it's Ronnie Wood, right? Ronnie Wood was saying that it's always funny when Rod has to play something, implying that Rod is not a good musician. Now that I have no idea about. He seems to play this fairly nicely, but you do have this kind of look about him that he's a little bit uncomfortable playing this, and that might be me completely wrong. But that's aside. That's completely nothing. His voice. Yes, sometimes I find Rod Stewart's voice can be a little bit too gravelly, shall we say? Just for my ears, not for any, no offense made to the guy, but just for my preference. But this one is super delicate. It's got a little bit of gravel there, but it's actually really beautiful, and it suits the lyrics perfectly. And speaking of the lyrics, I did read somewhere that this was potentially not just about a farmer and his aging wife. Oh no, an aging farmer, not his aging wife, getting through a winter. It might be about someone who is dealing with someone with a terminal illness. And I mean, Rod Stewart has said that it's not about that, but it definitely can be interpreted that way. So he's saying here, when the rain came, I thought you'd leave because I knew how much you loved the sun, but you chose to stay and keep me warm through the darkest nights I've ever known. Now that is literally about, setting the scene of where they are. It's raining, it's cold, the sun's gone, and it's dark. So that's clearly a winter time. But obviously, symbolically, there could be something more. There could be when the rains came, when the bad times come. You stay to keep me warm. You're there to look after me. But I don't know. This kind of chorus, is it a chorus? It's like a little hook. If the mandolin wind couldn't change a thing, then I know I love you. And he, when I was listening to a podcast the other day, and it was saying the best things about songs are when they do something unexpected, but of course there was no other option. It has to be that. And that kind of end of that chorus line where it kind of slows down, stops, and I thought was, yeah, that's kind of what they're talking about there. The snow fell without a break. Buffalo died in the frozen fields. I believe buffalo are fairly hardy animals, so the fact that they're dying is a fairly, it's pointing that this winter is actually pretty damn bad. Through the coldest winter in almost 14 years, I couldn't believe you kept a smile. Where is this based? We don't know exactly where this is in America, do we? In buffalo places. I mean, America's going through a bit of a, I want to say cold snap, but that doesn't do it justice. America is getting absolutely battered by a polar storm, I think, and obviously this could be one of the coldest winters in 14 years right now. Let's keep going. I love that sound of that banjo.
Oh, I never was good
So good.
with romantic words. So the next few lines come really hard. Don't have much, but what I've got is yours. Except, of course, my steel guitar. 'Cause I know you don't play,
That's cool.
but I'll teach you one day. Because I love you.
Yeah, that's a bit the unexpected, but of course. Who's shred on that? Where's that mandolin? There it is. That's all we're gonna see. Bring the bass in there. Very nice. Oh. Slide guitar as well. Bill.
Coldest winter in almost 14 years.
Oh, love it.
Could never change your mind, yeah. And I love you. Oh yeah. Coldest winter, almost 14 years. Could never change my mind.
Oh, wow. Well, well, well. Yeah, fair play. Shake that hand.
Yeah, nice bit of banjo.
That was alright, wasn't it? Wow. Oh, man. Love seeing those two guys with that handshake at the end because I knew they just did something extremely beautiful. I don't know why these two were together on this particular show. I don't even know when it was. MTV Unplugged. I'm guessing it's 90s, right? Should be 90s. Second half of the song, we have that mandolin breakdown. Let's call it that. Or solo, or whatever it is. It's actually a build-up, right? This guy shreds the mandolin. Unfortunately, we didn't get to see too much of him. And when we did, we just saw kind of up his nose in 240p. But the way that song builds, and then the drums come in, the bass comes in, the drums come in, you've got the slide guitar, you've got everyone's kind of jamming by that point. And then it's just Rod Stewart kind of riffing over the top with this, he has these kind of screams, these, yeah, like super high register. I got no chance of hitting those, which I've never heard him really do. I mean, I've heard him say yeah, but never in that kind of way he did it there. this verse where he talks, oh, I would never was good with romantic words, so the next few lines come really hard. It's kind of just breaking down the fourth wall a bit and saying, oh yeah, see, this is a song. And I'm talking to you guys saying, yeah, this was actually quite hard to write. I don't have much, but what I've got is yours. Ah, lovely. Except, of course, my steel guitar. So let that be a lesson, ladies. That is true. My guitars are mine. Everything else is yours. Oh, because I know you don't play, and I'll teach you one day because I love you. I have another verse here which wasn't included for whatever reason. Maybe he didn't. Or maybe the studio version doesn't have the verse on as well. I don't know why. I'm just reading lyrics basically. Love that Rod Stewart had the words and presumably the chords next to him for his own song. I think that's brilliant. It's exactly what I have to do for when I play all my cover gigs. I've always got a tablet there. I always feel like, I wish I could know these songs off by heart. But then I guess, 200, 250 songs to learn off by heart is pretty tricky. And I seem to suck at learning songs off by heart. Anyway, really cool video. Different from what I imagined from Rod Stewart. So thanks very much to Rob, who sent this through to me. I really enjoyed it. More so than lots of the other music I've heard by Rod. So let that be a lesson that don't just judge a book by its top 5 or 6 songs. Wiser words have not been said. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please do let me know where else to go with Rod. If there's anything else like this, just not so much of the do you think I'm sexy stuff. That's not for me. Thanks for watching. See you next time.